so it don't start echoing. But let me know when y'all see it. I could not do this the other time when Dr. Buchanan was here.
Oh no.
Okay, setting it up. Is it saying anything yet?
It just asked us the hit okay for the recording.
All right, I think we are live. All right. Well, welcome to week 6 of the Rich Mama Reset. And look, we have our facilitator for week 2, Miss Renee Cunningham. Okay, we are ready for what you got for us today.
Well, first of all, I'm so grateful to be here. I hope all of you all, like we talked about earlier, it is beautiful here in Dallas and you're enjoying yourself in St. Louis and in Maryland area. As in Maryland is exciting. Stephanie, are you in St. Louis as well? Excellent, excellent. And then she just celebrated a birthday, so we just did a good round of applause. We love you, we love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So week 6 of the accountability, 90 days, we're at a point right now where you really gonna need momentum. Your momentum is going to have to kick up in order for you to keep going and to achieve your goals. So we're going to talk about the vibe check. And the vibe check is just that, because everybody wants to be motivated, but motivation is just like washing your face. Every day you're going to need to be motivated. The thing about motivation is that it wears off. Where today we're going to talk about your momentum, and you can determine your momentum. So I'm going to talk about vibe, and I actually have it set up as an acronym. V stands for victories. Celebrating your victories. I don't care how small they are daily. Setting up, hey, Teresa, how you doing, girl? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the accountability class. Yes. And we are at week 6, and we're talking about and checking your vibe. It's almost like checking the temperature itself of you. You can't walk into a room and allow their negative self to pull you down. You are in charge of your own momentum. How do you change your momentum so that you can have a good day and you can achieve your goals? Now, we're going to recap because we are at week 6. Everybody knows that the 90 days is up in May. So what that means is that what have you done regarding SMART goals? What have you worked towards? How are you really taking the wins that you have daily and putting them towards the bigger picture? So I'm going to ask each one of you all, if you got opportunity to get some paper and pen to do so itself. V stands for victory. I is in. Building is B, and every day is E and the D. Excuse me. Building every day. So victory in building every day is our word, that vibe that you need to have, because letting everyone else really determine as far as the news and what's going on with your children. I don't know if you have small children, little children. Sometimes your parents can be your children. Put a one in the chat if you got issues in talking to your parents this week. You don't have things go on, and your parents, you feel like you are the parent at this point, and they can really adjust your mood itself. So the momentum is all about your energy that you bring to the table. And it's a daily thing. We're going to talk about creating those daily habits. So I am very interactive. So if you're able to, Teresa, come on screen, that'll be awesome. I know Brittany had to duck out for a couple minutes. Erica, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I love that scarf you got on too. It gives great color and vibrant. You bring in the energy today. So let's talk about it. First thing is that creating a daily plan will determine your journey for success. So what does that mean? How do you, in this day and time, really move forward so that not just you say it with your mouth, May 3rd will come and you be like, oh, I tried it. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Those are self-defeating thoughts. Self-sabotage is also playing in this 90 days as well. You could be so sleepy. I don't know about y'all. Today is spring forward. How many of y'all got caught up in the spring forward? Like, I can't do nothing. My time is all off. I don't understand. What time is it? What 1 clock saying one time? I have to look at my cell phone for everything. You can use that as an excuse to get back in the bed. Now, Stephanie, since yesterday was your birthday, I'm assuming that you celebrated real hard yesterday. So did you celebrate so hard that when you saw that spring forward this morning, be like, okay, let me put the covers on my head, or did you get on up and get it moving?
No, ma'am. I slept till 8 o'clock today.
Ooh, you did good. You did good and got up out there. What about you, Kiera? I know you were celebrating some things today as well. Did that 1 hour throw you off? Did it mess up your momentum, your energy?
Yeah, I can't climb back into bed after I went to church this morning.
But at least you got up. So, girl, you went to church. You left your house to go to church.
And came back and got back in the bed. I want to get back in there now.
Girl. And you know what that is? It allows you opportunities. Okay, what am I thinking about? I'm gonna get all these things off my checklist done so I can get back in the bed and do what I need to do.
Right.
Hey, Stephanie, Teresa, you like me. We in conference room C. So, are you able to talk and drive, or are you rad?
I'm in the parking lot, so I'm good. But I got up late, and yeah, those clocks were different. But I did go. I was supposed to go to church, but I was like, it looked like I'm gonna be looking at church from home today. But I got a lot of work done, and I rested.
All right.
That matters. And y'all know, Teresa's in Georgia. I don't know if you remember, Renee. She was at Essence Festival. Her group came in.
Wonderful.
For the second session, right when we were wrapping up. But yeah, Teresa runs a mom's group in Atlanta. Teresa, if you got a second, you can introduce yourself, because I know Stephanie doesn't know you, but you met Kierka and Renee because they live in different cities, but they were both at Essence with us last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm Teresa Wright Johnson, and I'm the founder of an organization called Mom Biz Boss. I'm located in Atlanta, but we have members in 26 states. One of our wonderful members that has really been helping me is Brittany, and I love that about her because she is like me, just a collaborative heart. And so I really focus on motherhood, parenting, and business because I'm a certified parent educator and mental health instructor and maternal mental health instructor. So I do all things kids. I'm really appreciating what y'all's topic is because I was just in the grocery store doing a live about Sundays you get to rest, but are you ready? So this goes right into me getting accountable for myself. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for stepping in. She said, "Did you rest, or are you ready?" Okay, with a word, and then put it back and get back to business.
Immediately.
Can we rewind? I'm sorry. Can we go back to Renee talking about conference room C? Because the first time you said that would open my head. The second time you said it, it clicked and I got
like,
it.
Okay, you gotta be hit. Like she's like, you know, I'm in conference room C. You know what it is. Look.
Exactly. We as mommies gotta do what we gotta do. If we rich mamas, that means that we are out here doing things. And as we talked about earlier, or I think about 2 weeks ago, priorities. I had to pick up my son. So I got to do what I need to do. And I'm not moving our meeting because I'm committed to it. I'm committed to it. And I'm committed to it because it helps me. But yes, I do a lot of my meetings in conference room C. I have a setup here where I'm hands free and I'm able to talk and look. And I make sure that we all arrive safely so that I'm able to do more than one thing. And then I got my work phone here with my little notes for the night. So we good.
Here for it. Okay, don't let us interrupt you. You go ahead with
girl. No, you fine. So let's break this down here. Most people don't realize is that your vibe really comes from discipline and daily habits. What are we doing? And I see Stephanie put in the chat that she normally get up at 5:30 a.m. So would you say, Stephanie, that your body is conditioned, even though you want to lay there at 8 o'clock this morning? At 5:30, I don't know if you had to go to the bathroom, your eyes opened, your leg twitched. What was going on at 5:30 this morning?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I overslept today, but usually every day I have to get up and get ready for work at 5:30 in the morning. So my alarm didn't go off Friday, and I got on up like early. So it was like I ain't conditioned myself because I ain't gonna lie, I had been being late for work. So I had to put that in priority. Like, okay, you got to get on time to work and stuff, or you ain't gonna have no job. And this one of the best paying jobs I ain't had in years. So I'm like, baby, I got to get on up because I can't afford to lose this.
Ooh, girl, we do not want to self-sabotage.
No.
That is a big thing that's happening now, is that especially I had a young lady do a Facebook post and she was talking about how she has seasonal depression. She said, okay, the clocks have sprung forward. And so now she's going to start calling people and texting people because the sun has come out and it helps with her mood. How many of you all have had or known people that have seasonal depression? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. And one of the cures for that is that we have to know our strengths and our weaknesses so that we don't go further down the rabbit hole. So that's just like, and I'm gonna liken it to, I like food. I am a foodie. I enjoy food, but I have to know my limits. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sick that night or sick that next day. Even with having seasonal depression, and you know that it happens to you, what have you put in place? What disciplines, what practices have you put into place so that you are not there too long? It happens to us, but we don't have to sit in it long. Does that make sense? That could be having that. We talked about white music, white noise music itself, and then the different frequencies, so you can kind of lift the mood in the house. Lighting a candle, even changing your light bulbs. The light sometimes, because seasonal depression has to really do with that it's getting dark faster and you feeling really like isolated and alone. What are you doing and creating in your house so that those bad feelings or those emotions, when they do come, they don't last long? I'm currently reading a book by Mel Robinson, and most people have heard about Let Them Theory. Oh my God, it's given me so much life. Let them. So 2 things she said. First of all, she said emotions last for like 60 seconds. Everybody gets them. The thing that what makes them detrimental to us and messes up our vibe is that we either do not allow people to fully express their emotions. Oh, girl, stop that. You don't need to be crying. Stop that crying right now. You have to go through that emotion in order for it to pass. If you try to suppress it or stop it or stifle it, it just lingers on longer because you don't feel like you ever either got heard, seen, or valued. So how do we make sure that our vibe, our energy is protected even in those low spaces? When it comes to accountability, I know we got some people that got health as an accountability goal. Some people got finances. Some people, like for me, I'm finishing this book, but I can find every other excuse I can clean. I cleaned all the cabinets in my kitchen today because I did not want to take the time to start writing in that book. Now, how foolish is that? You know, people, they looking at you like, what? I purposely saw a TikTok video that had Dawn fabric softener, bleach, and in your sink water, and take your good rag or your mop and stuff and clean your cabinet. I said, and how good your house will smell. I've been in this house for 10 months. You can unmute yourself, Kierica.
I had nothing to say. I'm just over here laughing at you. I can relate. Let me say that. I do what you did.
Everybody can relate to that too. You know, and even like what you was just saying that like I had like, well, one, I don't even want to share about the whole thing yet, but I got mad at my husband about something that really like it really is my fault. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I didn't pay attention to it, and it's really easy to blame somebody else because you put the responsibility on them. But if it's really yours, like a leadership is like, okay, like let me take responsibility for this and like do something different. Like let me stop. Like it's really bad when you start disappointing yourself and you're trying to find somebody else to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, especially once you know, like if it's been something that's a repeated thing, like what made you think it was gonna be different this time? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like take accountability, but then like you said, I think that's also a part of self-sabotage. If you don't take accountability for it, then you get what I'm saying? Then you can like you got somebody to blame, then it's not your fault.
Right.
You can't change it. So if you in that mindset of like, okay, look, this is mine, this is my cross to bear, this is my like my responsibility.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like that type
I do.
Stuff. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tie it right back to as well the let them theory. When she talks about we get so it's a control thing, honestly. Can I tell you that? It goes all the way down to control. And when we talk about being accountable to each other, to ourselves, to our spouses, to our lives itself, and the outcome of it, we give a portion that we really don't want to do, or we think that society has said, "Oh, they supposed to." They are supposed to do it. No, in our family, things may not look the way that it did on TV on the Huxtables. So whatever needs to happen over here, we're gonna make it happen so that we all are okay. So if, for example, and I'm gonna say my spouse does not like to cook, Why should I be fussing every night with him like, we gonna eat? I know he don't like to cook. So that means Renee needs to either we gonna have money to buy these foods, DoorDash is coming to the house, or you gonna prep this food so we can eat because it's unnecessary. Or he likes to wash and clean and iron and all that stuff, and I don't. Hey, I'm gonna need you to iron these clothes right here because I got this and this going on this week. Versus me being frustrated and trying to take it on myself and control the situation. No, if you let them be the best person that they are, the other part of that particular, and Teresa can attest to this, is let them, but let me. What you gonna do? That's where the accountability is. What are you gonna do to either step up, step out, and not allow its opportunity to actually stop you, make you freeze in your responses, or be angry or upset? If you learn to let that person be, thank you, boundaries, be who they are, and you set your proper boundaries as far as let me prepare myself. Let me be in the right place at the right time. Let me make sure I have my calendar together. Get this daycare together. Let me make sure my money, if I need to have $2 on the side because I know I don't like greens on Sunday and I want, escargot or whatever. Let me put my $2 to the side so when it's time to order, I got it. That's is going to allow you opportunity to maintain the vibe, your energy. Because as y'all know, especially as us being leaders, if something happens and it personally disappoints us, we can handle anybody else stuff. Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll do it. And Teresa, you can say something too. Yes.
I just want to say thank you for saying all this because I had to get a friend out of the house yesterday and drive her because she can't see in the dark. She's older and getting glaucoma or something. And she was just talking. She's so set in all of these things that she not understanding her strengths. And I was like, you got to use you and your daughter's strengths. So all of this is just a reminder. It's like all of the stuff you're saying is really good. Thank you so much. Because as leaders, we need people to fill us back up. And I'm getting all filled listening to you.
Oh, well, thank you. You and I'm gonna connect with you because my niece is in Atlanta and she needs a women's group there because she's a single mother with she is a college student and two children, two middle age and a middle schooler and a elementary school, and she needs some help because her baby daddy in the military that she done divorced, thank the Lord, is not the best help. So needless to say, as you say, look we have to develop community and we have to help and pour into each other. What I'm finding, guys, is that it is so important that if this vibe that we bring to the table, we do not nurture it. Thank you, honey. I'm home. So I'm going to sit right here. If we do not nurture it correctly, we will be in a deficit always. And that's what's happening. And I'm going to touch on something. This week on Friday morning at 7 a.m., my grandmother, 99 years old, passed away. And it's a day to really to talk about it.
You breaking up a lot, Renee.
About it. Okay, let me go in the house. So you know how you get in your garage and you also know if it wants to
that Wi-Fi probably trying to hook.
Is that better? How about that? So my 99-year-old grandmother went to sleep and went on with the Lord. Thank you. But the blessing part about this is that she went to sleep. They found her in her bed, sleep. And she went on with the Lord. But that was peace for me. But what it reminded me is that time is short. The people that we surround ourselves and what energy we put out in the world and what we not try to control all the time, but to contribute to and know when to cut it off. Thank you. Is our strength, ladies. Our strength as we talk about accountability for each other and to maintain and get to the finish line. Each one of us have projects that's going on. Many things can happen in a day. It could be from our children, our spouses, our parents. A lot of things can happen during the day, but how are we keeping the momentum to get what we need out of life? Sometimes we got to say, let them go on about their business. They didn't have to invite me to that. Let them. Because let me. You want to do it in a way that it allows you opportunity to show up in your full self, refreshed, full of energy. Did you all know that there is 2 parts of your brain? We normally make our decisions in the frontal lobe here. So you know this is from her book itself, and I did not know this. But there's a small almond-sized part in our brain when we get in stress or we get to that survival mode. And when you get in that survival mode, if you're there too long, you will not be able to make logical decisions and use the proper way that God has it intended. I don't know. Are y'all God girlies? I'm a God girly. Y'all a God girly? Okay. We all God girlies. We got to understand here. So I'm getting used to saying my saying. I like it. Thank you, Brittany. The marketing midwife gave me that. So I am like, okay, how am I internalizing situations, problems, concerns? Because I am the oldest daughter of my dad. I'm finding out that my dad was the favorite of my grandmother. Till I interviewed her at Christmas time, and I was listening to the interview tape. I said, "Oh my gosh, she had 10 children, but Will Irie gonna come take care of me." Will Irie. And then another cousin was telling me how my grandmother would brag to the other cousins about what I'm doing. And I said, oh my goodness. That's where the hospitality and all that good stuff come from. But my point is that when my grandmother passed and we start talking and got information and stuff, there's a set of cousins that are very upset and hurt. I could have took on the normal, what I do, come in as the oldest. Let me try to resolve this and help people and get it together before we even get to Mississippi this weekend. That was not my role. Reading that book has freed me up so my heart won't be hurting and I can grieve properly. Because in that situation, if I would have took on my cousin's problems and try to defend and figure out which auntie said what and why did y'all do this, and it's all over some colors, y'all, of what people gonna wear.
Oh, yeah, I'm triggered. You know, that happened with my daddy. Oh my God. Okay, I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
No. You can talk. Come on. Talk.
Yeah, you know, like I don't really fool with my daddy's side of the family, especially since he passed. I said when he was done, I was done with them. And I told my best friend about this story recently. And she was like, girl, what you mean? I was just telling her about all the stuff. But like, yeah, my brothers and stuff, they was like really like manipulative. They kept like what's dad's favorite color? And I was like, well, I don't really know, because my daddy was colorful like me. He would wear all kind of like bright suits and stuff. I was like, well, I think red, because I see him in a lot of red suits, and he had a red Jaguar at one point. So I'm thinking red, right? He didn't tell me what it was for. So he texted all the family. Brittany said we all gonna wear red for daddy's funeral. So, you know, he got brothers and sisters and people that's coming from out of town. Like, so everybody was pissed off at me that they had to go buy something red when I didn't even know why he was asking me. So it shifted. Like, that's been my whole relationship with my family, is like, let's shift some type of blame and gas. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you have this. But look, watch this. I have not talked to my brother since I put my daddy in the ground. And he like reached out to my husband. I'm like, I don't have nothing for them. I don't have anything, because it's always been something. But so needless to say, like, I felt super triggered when I was like, dang, like I even had to go buy some red because I didn't know what red was for. Like, you know, like,
and they looking at you like, she told us. Yeah, exactly.
It ain't no nothing. But all right, I see Stephanie on mic.
Stephanie, what you got to say?
The ghetto. Okay. No, and it's so funny. I can identify with all of that. I mean, I just remember, like I said, my dad passed when I was 17. So I just remember being done with my dad's side of the family. Like, and then people blame shift. That's the thing, like blame shift on, I guess, the person they feel is the black sheep or whatever the case is.
Or the favorite.
Yeah. I ain't got time. Yeah, I was my dad's only, so So that's why, like I said, things always look crazy at me. So everybody wanted to be up to what I was doing or had to do the same things I was doing growing up. So I just like ghetto when people do that, but I'm a leave that there.
That's the new ad. It's ghetto. It's
Yeah,
ghetto.
it's ghetto. That's right. They messing up our vibe, but we're not gonna let them mess up our vibe
Yeah.
because we know we are the light. So ultimately, guys, this lesson and what I want to talk to you guys about, each one of us have had our goal, whatever that is. I want you to, on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me what your momentum is of working towards your goal right now. 10 being every day I'm focusing on it, it's top of mind. 1 being, girl, I forgot what it was. So please tell us, because this is going to allow us opportunity to hold each other accountable. This 6th week, where are you when it comes to your momentum working on your goal, the goal that you said that was important for you this first 90 days? Okay, 8, good.
You gotta
I'm
say
about a 3.54.
Okay, thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. I appreciate that.
what was the question again?
So Brittany a 1. No, I'm
Yes,
just
yes, yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, where is your momentum on working on the one goal that you said during this 90 days? Where is your momentum at? Are you working towards it? Are you thinking it is top of mind? Or is it a 1 where you like, girl, I don't forgot what it is?
I don't feel like I forgot what it is. I definitely, it's still there, but it's just been other stuff that's like come up, right? And like that's just being totally like when I got something and I could be laser focused, but I think that outside factors, and this is what all of us need to like take into account, outside factors, because it's not just you're not single, you're not just a mom, like you're a mom, you're a wife, all these other things. Like some stuff like you just can't be laser focused on because life getting to kicking in. So
Right.
it's not that it's not important or I don't have momentum for it. It's just that another priority popped up. So yeah.
So scale of 1 to 10, what's the number?
I'm gonna say it's a 5. I'm gonna still say it's a 5. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that
Teresa
has
been
kept
texting me too. But I think she's trying to text the whole group. She said inside the chat, she said, "Oh, my goal is to stay focused on my contacts. Give us some
Well, I'm trying to cook this fish. I told you. Focus on
get this
track.
fish.
Focus on my contracts, like my contracts. That's my
Oh,
one.
okay
And
then.
I need to focus on that since I haven't given a goal. And I said I'm at 7.5 because I fired one last week, and that was a good focus. So I like
Very good.
yeah, like what Brittany just said, like we get distracted because we have so many parts of our lives. So it's hard to get to 10.
Yes, I agree. Unless you put everybody to sleep and they on spring break and they go from the house.
man.
So
But you know what? I said I wanted to remove the barriers this week. So a group of other friends, which I'm so good for, like you said, finding stuff to distract you. Somebody invite me out, I'm outside. I'm there. Let me know where what we wearing, where we going, and I'm gonna show up. But they be overwhelming sending invites, which I get. Like you be wanting to hang out, and I'll be like, I can't hang out, y'all. Like I want to hang out, but I feel like we need to. That's what one of them said. We need to hang out and we need to hang in. I'm with the hang in, and so I was like, well, let's meet up because we all got goals. Somebody working on their dissertation, another person like a principal, so she got work she be trying to do on the weekends, and somebody else she worked 2 jobs. So I was like, why can't let's just do an accountability call where we could check in, but we could just sit and do our work as I make the time to come and commit to this. Let's commit to just meeting up for an hour or 2 on Zoom to do what we need to work. So I'm hoping we're gonna try that out this week. So I hope that will help me to to carve out that intentional time to do what I need to do. I let my husband know, like, hey, this is what we're trying to do, so that he's aware. The kids will be in bed, So just trying to put all the pieces in the play.
Oh, I love that. And that's it. Putting the pieces in play. And then one thing about it, we cannot hold ourselves so or be so down on ourselves when things happen or change itself. For example, I done defrosted these great pieces of chicken. Teresa, they're cooking fish. And I call myself, I'm gonna prep everything. I put it in the crock pot. I got it chopped up, my onions and all that good stuff smelling good in the house. I normally do a chicken casserole. So I put it in there and I put 3 bags of rice and all this stuff around there. Just before I got ready to leave, let me try it out because it should be about ready. Just as hard. I did not put enough juice in it. So you should have seen me scrambling, trying to put juice. Then you put juice in there and what it do? Water fall on the floor. I got rice juice on the floor. So I got the mop and sweep. Got to go get my son. Thinking about, okay, Renee, you got to get ready for class and stuff. You're trying to get things prepared. Mop, sweep. And I say, okay, all this is not going to fit in the same container. The lesson, y'all. How many times you got to put different stuff in different containers, separated? That's the lesson. We try to do too much in one container. That is where our problem comes with, even if you look at some of your elders, your aunties and uncles with dementia. They masters everything. Or we're going to put it all together. We're going to do it all at one time versus stopping, separating some of that stuff. And that's what I want us to be able to do when it comes to articulating and not feeling so bad that we can't get everything done. Separate some of that stuff. Like you said, when you're meeting with your friends, you're combining two things. You're meeting with your friends, but you're also getting some work done. That's allowing you the opportunity not to feel like I am being overwhelmed, but I want to be present. That's the let me. I'm being actively and being involved. I reached out, y'all. I'm going to take your invitation. But with that invitation, can we adjust it just a little bit? Being able to communicate that. That's a win-win for both of y'all. Versus you trying to do both things. I'm going to take an hour and do all my goals, and then I'm going to get dressed and get cute and go do an hour with them. You're going to be exhausted. That's a great example of it. So being very intentional about it and then separating and understanding that it's okay to not have everything in one pot. That one pot thing, y'all seen that meme when they talk about it's usually going around during Thanksgiving time when everybody using that grandma pot to put their chicken in and they done cut the chicken off because it don't fit in there. That's the only pot grandma had. If we look at our pots, we got AI, we got friends, we got social media, we got YouTube, we got Google. We have the ability, we have all these calendars and stuff. We also have discipline and systems. So in order for us to hold each other accountable, it's going to be let's say an on-time virtual thing where we're looking at one another, checking in with one another, but also getting your systems together. Brittany, you taught me that, and I appreciate the fact that it's like clockwork over there. And it may not be clockwork in your house, but I'm telling you right now, I can depend on you having 2 to 3 different things on these social medias out here. And you're going to text, and then you're going to send us our affirmations. Thank you for automating that. I know you're not sitting up there thinking of all of it at one time. You may get a download that week. Put it one place and then have it work in your system. Those type of things, guys, we got to work smarter, not harder. That's a part of our vibe. So I know that we got 15 more minutes. Victory, celebrating small wins. So setting up a victory calendar, a vibe calendar itself. Checking in with yourself, not just the big ones. I know we talked about last week, one young lady sold a house and she was able to pay off 2 of her credit cards, and I got a new client and stuff. But what was the small wins? I'm going to go down the line with mine. Mine's was I got a client. That client has known me and known what I've done for the last 8 months. And just sat back in the cut and was like looking and watching until they were able to afford my services. I never knew because I kept going and I was doing what I did. So the win is that he had a question every once in a while. He would ask me, "Oh, Renee, what you think about this?" Or "How do you think about that?" Answer the question and keep going till he was ready to go. Those small things that lead up to it, even with, are you still doing the health thing, Kierica? You're doing the business, right? The business thing. Okay, good. So I need to add
all my pots, all my
all over the place. So I was thinking about my goddaughter was here this past week and she was visiting for her spring break. And I'm very intentional when people, especially the goddaughters that I have, I'm about teaching people how to live free. When people look at my life, they be like, how did you do that? Why do you say that? Or how you walk around here with orange and pink hair? Because I'm free. I don't allow people, church, religion, things of that nature to bind me up. And how did I get there? I want to make the young ladies that are in my life, I want them to get and tap into their own freedom. So we were talking, and of course I'm trying to show her Dallas, so we walk in different places and stuff. But I'm noticing at night, y'all, my hips hurt, my ankles hurt. I'm like, oh my God, we can only do 2 things and I can't go no more. My whole body is spazzing up. That means that I need to move more. So Renee, what are you going to do to move? It ain't like I got to pay off. I done paid off 2 Peloton bikes. Why in the world? I got all this exercise equipment here. My son got a punching bag. It's not that I can't do it. And I love to dance. So when am I going to implement in there? And the small daily win is just like Dr. Buchanan said last week. I'm drinking my water, y'all, when I wake up in the morning. How about y'all? And then Erica's daughter got me on this daily regimen. I'm scrubbing my face, putting my serums on. During the pandemic, the Itsy bag, for 4 years straight, I paid every month. I got so much makeup and stuff for every part of my body that I just was giving it away. Why can't I take it from me? My skin needs to be around long. I didn't wear any makeup today and I felt amazing. And it's not that I was wearing it to cover up anything, but I was like, girl, this skin glowing. She do not look like the age she is, and I'm going to work with it. And it's because I was taking the time, the things I learned last week with my drinking my water and doing my nighttime rituals and my morning rituals. So I'm going to encourage you ladies, celebrate the small wins when you decide to put yourself first. When you decide to put yourself, we got to take a praise stop break here. Come on. Is this
up? Hey, girl.
She like, y'all talking too loud.
It's Peekaboo.
You got to unmute, Erica.
You say hi, Journey?
Hey, Journey.
She'll say hi and be on her way. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, girl.
Okay. Hey, Journey. Yes. So I want to keep this before you. So celebrating those victories. V is for victories. Intention. Stay clear your why you're doing this. Why are you all at this point? You know, some people say, oh, it's my kids and I want a better life and I want to provide a legacy. When it is hard, what is your why? It better be you. Living long. Saying you did it. Some people are not, they don't care nothing about recognition, but recognition to yourself. I finished something. I had a class, and I think it's the class before I met you, Brittany. I called them the finishers, or was it y'all class? Okay, so the class I taught at Harris-Stowe University, and I get a word of what that accomplishment is of finishing and going through a class. This 90 days is about you finishing it. Are you a finisher or are you starting and stopping stuff, which is a self-sabotaging thing? Starting and stopping is a self-sabotaging thing that you don't think you're worth it. You've never finished nothing in your life. We got all these pictures around here, all these projects that have done. Finish this. Because you owe yourself. You owe yourself. That's your why. I owe me. And if not now, when? So being intentional about it and your behaviors. So drinking my water, doing my faith. So I got a new computer now, so I have no excuse not to do a chapter a night. Because it's already written. I'm just adding stuff in there. So another one of my goals is to finish my book. Oh, I'm yelling at you. I'm loud. Oh my God. So I get that from my mama. Y'all,
I'm saying you on my street, Renee. You talking to me, girl. Stop yelling at me. You talking to me. Get off my street.
I think not only just taking it as it's just you. I mean, think about, we normally have about 4 other ladies that are here with us every week. And that's why I always say, like, I've been doing events and running programs for the last decade, right? So what I know about is when the weather cracks, people also do too, because people are also looking for an escape. And I think the thing that, now, don't get me wrong, I feel like there's so much room for discipline and doing things better, especially when it comes to now getting my credit back together and wanting to buy a home and all this stuff. I got room to make, but when it comes to like something I really, really, and okay, that's okay, God, I hear this download taken. But when it comes to something that I feel like this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick with it, right? Especially when it's in this format. I done went through 12 different accelerators, right? So some people can't even get through one. So if you can't go through a 90-day program, you sure can't go through an 8-month program. And then it's like people are like, oh, well, there's no funding, or people don't support my business. But how much do you put into it to even get that out of it, right? And that's no disrespect to anybody else, who comes to this space. I definitely want them still to come back because life happens. But when we think about just why people aren't living the life that they truly want to live, it's because when something else looks better, you go run and do that.
Yes. I love it. Now y'all need to give her some gems. Y'all should have been clapping and all that good stuff. That's right. Toot toot. That's right, Teresa. Yes, you are talking, because that's where it talks about your behaviors. Your habits either push you forward or hold you back. And your energy. Protect your energy. Cut off distractions and stay focused. That vibe check, y'all, is something that we all need to do. So your key truths is that winners don't wait to feel like it. They create the system and the discipline to keep it going. Those are things that we want to put in our arsenal, because week 6, we got a little bit more to go. We got another 6 weeks to go. Where do you see, and I want you to write it in your phone or in your camera, whatever, in your notes. In 6 weeks, what do you want to accomplish? What do you want it to look like? I really want to be giving my publisher my finished manuscript with all my stories, all my pictures, all that stuff. I want to be giving it to her in 6 weeks. Let's say it out loud. What you want to be doing? 6 weeks. I need to hear it.
For me, it is a solid action plan. Not only like I said, I wanted to max out my financial accounts, but now I'm like, I really want to pay off this debt, because this debt is really holding me back from everything else. So that's my solid action plan, and putting some steps towards like, okay, what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Get that dollar amount together and break it down. Excellent. Teresa, Stephanie, or Erica?
I'm about to say, with me, go ahead and pay off my gym membership to Planet Fitness, because I like Planet Fitness. Even though I got one to the Y, I want to go back to Planet Fitness because they got the little massage room. And so there, I feel like freer when I do my exercise, and I just remember the routine that I was in. And that was really like a payment to myself. Like after I would exercise, I would go in there and do the massage. And so it's like, even though I got a membership still at the street, I'm like, it's not the same reward. You know what I mean? So It's like, I gotta put off all these other things. And so I just been kind of making my daughter a priority too, because this her senior year. But I'm like, I can't forget about myself. And this time I'm actually remembering more about myself too, to add in the equation, beside always sacrificing myself and putting myself last.
Ooh, so I have 2 children. I'm gonna say this to you. That's an excellent goal. So if I can put a little bit to it, mamas, we always in them senior pictures looking raggedy as ever. We got our shirt all open. Because we don't work to the bone to get this baby there. They be like, can you take a picture? We be like, okay, my hair ain't together and stuff. I need you to look cute like the mamas. Both of you and Teresa, I need y'all to look cute and bring it. So that means if it is drink this water, go to that exercising, put a goal in that you want to look fabulous, just like your baby in these pictures.
Yeah.
Because you got family coming in and stuff. You're not going to be the broke down mama.
Right. And I've been seeing what you said. I had seen it. So that's why I was like, Lord, I got to start doing my hair again and like kind of just get back in mode. Because I'm like, I ain't poured so much hair. And that's I told people. So just quite, and not to take all the minutes, but so funny, like kind of just with my daughter growing up, I always put so much into her. And one day somebody said, and I had put on my outfit, and they said, oh, she look nice. And my baby was like, she been there. You late. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh Lord, I got to get myself back together how I once was.
Brittany, please put that in our chat. You've been that.
You've been that. Oh, that's good. That's good. I
I
see
love
Teresa
it.
got her hand up.
Yes, Miss Teresa. Come on, tell us, senior mommy.
Oh my goodness. So you all up in me for real about the senior pictures. Not for this one. I have another daughter in college, but her senior prom pictures, she wanted the whole Black experience. We got her the car. I got her photographer. She had the wig. She had everything because I'm not that girl. Like I'm not that girl that cares about that. But I looked at them pictures. She was everybody. I'm looking at, and the other mom that was there with the son, she knew not to get in the damn picture. But me, I done got in the picture looking crazy. She looking fabulous. And
Yes.
so, but I have another senior this year. And one of the things that I did do at my daughter's graduation, the other one, is I made sure I was tight for that. Because the
Good.
ex-husband was here too. No, baby, you ain't about to see me like that. So that was one. And then lastly, I was going to say, I was just talking to Brittany on Messenger, and I was like, girl, I'm doing the senior stuff for one, and the other one going to Africa. And Lord, it's them. But I did my goal the next 6 weeks is my health, because like you, when I was walking around, I'm like, oh, my knee, my this. So I hired a health coach that I start with this week. I hired a health coach to help me stay focused. And I love Planet Fitness too. And I hate them charging me all the time, and I wasn't going. So I had to get my little self back in there. So I'm gonna be working on my health, because I realized this energy that I have requires a lot on me and my body and my mind.
And we're gonna be around a long time, ladies. Like I told y'all earlier, my grandmother was 99. Then my other grandmother was 97. We're gonna be around a long time. I cannot not be cute. Not at all. I got to be wearing these heels and these little pants. And you got on jogging pants. I got on jogging pants too. AI, I'm growing with AI. I'm evolving. So the last thing I'm going to leave you all with, then I'm going to give it back to Brittany, is if your circle isn't inspiring you, supporting you, or challenging you to grow, it's not a circle, it's a chain.
Okay. Who? Look, I need to drop her mic for her. Hold on.
Oh, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing, but we're going to be together. I want to be around winners, and I know that each one of you all are, because you came into the room. I think that Brittany has a unique opportunity, and someone told me the people that are assigned to you, when you start speaking truly, they will hear your voice and start showing up. You got Georgia, Texas, Maryland. I love saying Maryland. St. Louis. Girl, you is national, global. Let's do this.
Like, so even just, yes, all of the things. Thank you. Look, and I'm excited for all of us to grow together. Like, but when I think about just shifting, like we'll be in New Orleans in a few months, and I was looking at, okay, last year it was only like what, three people that came from other cities, and now it's only like three people that's coming from St. Louis. Like now we got, women coming from New York. We got two people coming from Maryland now, two people coming from she said she live in like she from Baltimore, Teresa is, but she live in Georgia now.
I got a house in Maryland too, sissy.
Say that again.
I'm living a different life. My husband live in Maryland, so we got two homes, one here in Maryland, in Georgia, and one in Maryland.
Retreat time.
Oh, we got to link up, Teresa. I'm here too, so.
Look, yes, y'all definitely need to link. And I think, again, like, I'm excited. Like, okay, so Stephanie, like, you're the only one who's not going on a retreat. Just need to let you know that. Like, everybody else going to New Orleans.
And it's another bed, girl.
So it's another bed. Because last year she said she wanted to go. It's another bed, Stephanie. What we doing, girl? What we doing? So, yeah.
What we got to do?
Pay your 100.
Yeah, the deposit is open now, but it is payment plans around it. So if you want to learn more, I won't hold the other ladies, and I think I'm gonna actually stop YouTube. Actually, you know what? No, YouTube, y'all like listen to this too, right? So we still have one more room available, and then we have people who are already going to Essence Fest, like Teresa and I are collaborating with her community. Like last year, they came and they enjoyed the festivities, but Teresa's actually doing a session on site about mental health and motherhood. And the ladies from her, she is also hosting a group trip. with her community too, and they are coming to our festivities as well. So I'm looking forward to collaborating again for year 2, and you know, in a more inclusive way this year. So look, definitely look, I'm hoping to be able to put some Mom Biz Boss stuff in the welcome kits. So yes, all of the things. So if you were interested, I